Hi there, welcome to Hiran's Wow. If this is your first time here, this channel is about food, lifestyle and mindfulness. This video is going to be about lifestyle that involves financial planning. I am a lover of financial independence and consistency, so I keep trying out different methods to see which one helps me the most to attain that. I am on the journey of being more financially consistent and independent. Thanks to my job, I'm on the journey to getting there. While trying out different savings methods, I came across this wonderful Japanese method called Kakeibo, and in this video, I'm going to share more specifics of it. Kakeibo is a Japanese word that translates to household financial ledger. This method is basically managing finances more mindfully and living within what we earn and also saving up for our big dreams. With the contactless payment options available and phone pay methods, it is very difficult to keep track of every single penny that we are spending today, which enables consumerism even more. It is important that we watch ourselves and keep ourselves out of these traps as much as possible, and this method is going to definitely help us do that. And let's see how. Using the Kakeibo method. It is quite simple to start off with. All you need is 2 books and a pen. Yes, the first thing is you will need a big book to maintain your monthly ledger that you can leave it at home, and another small book which is going to help you record your daily expenses that you can carry along when you're going to shopping or traveling. You can find these books that are pre-designed for you on Amazon, or you can simply make them by yourself, because all you need to ask is 4 main questions when you're doing this method, and I'll brief you now how to do that. The first question we need to ask ourselves is, how much money do you have? And the second is, how much money do you want to save? And the third question is, how much do you need to spend for your fixed expenses? And finally, how can you improve? Now let's look at how to answer the 4 main questions of the Kakeibo method. The first thing being, how much money do you have? This first question means recording the fixed income that we have. Either it is your salary, or if you're a business owner, what is your estimated income, and any other fixed income sources that you might have. The second question is, how much do you want to save? This amount should be determined from your monthly salary. So this is going to be subtracted from what you earn, and the rest is going to be left for spending. Moving on to the third question, how much do you want to spend? This will be determined by your earnings minus the savings, and whatever is left over, that is what is going to be spent for other categories, which are needs, wants, and then culture and unforeseen expenses. So these are the 4 categories that we are going to divide our spend patterns into, and we will see more details of how to do that. Finally, the last question, which is, how can I improve? This question is going to be asked at the end of the month after analyzing all these 4 categories and seeing if we can improve any of our spending patterns there. Now, let's look at the breakdown of all the 4 categories. The first category includes the needs. In this, it means anything that is essential, our food, our essential medicines or vitamins that you might be using. All of this that cannot be avoided for your survival goes into the section of needs. The second category is about wants. In this category, anything that involves an extravagant lifestyle, let it be for massages or anything that you desire for, falls under this category. And the third one is about culture. Japanese give a lot of importance to local culture and having the community sense. So for that, anything that involves your interests, for instance, hobbies like reading books or going for any cultural events, having a social gathering, those sections fall under this category. And then unforeseen expenses. No matter how well we plan, there is going to be a certain amount of unforeseen medical or any other expenses. It is always important to have that buffer. Now that you divided all your spend into these 4 categories and per week, it is very easy to identify which week you're spending the most One. And second thing, which category is your spending going most into? It is also easy to identify if you have any leaks in your pocket. By recording all these expenses, it gives us the power to analyze and see where we are overspending. For example, let's say I enjoy reading books and I'm buying a lot of books in order to pursue my hobby. But instead, seeing the spending pattern, I can take a decision. Rather than buying, I can borrow it from a local library and then save this money for my travel fund or invest it elsewhere. The main thing for this method is consistency and being true to yourself. It is important to write down every small expense. By this, I don't mean break down your grocery list and enter every single grocery that you're buying, but you need to enter your grocery bill for the week and keep the receipts so that if you identify your overspending, you will clearly be able to see where and alter your spending patterns again. While researching about this method, I came across people who were complaining about writing down each and every expense. Because of the credit cards, the debit cards that we are using right now, it might be quite easy to maintain our finances that way. But this method is going to make us more mindful. All it would take is 5 minutes in a day to sit down and write your expenses, and it is going to make a huge difference on the long way. I personally think that expenditure is a wonderful thing. It is basically a byproduct of all the effort that we put into our jobs or businesses. It should be cherished. But sometimes, instead of cherishing it, it makes us feel bad because of poor financial planning. So, I hope this method will help us cherish and embrace expenditure and also save for our dreams. It could be going to the moon or it could be buying something that you enjoy for your home. So, let's try out some traditional methods like Kakeibo and keep our finances under control and not let the consumerism take over. A small tip here. Did you ever get confused what should be your baseline for your spend for a particular month? Well, initially I did. So at least what works for me now is whatever I make in the end of January, I use that as a baseline for spending the entire month in February instead of thinking, oh, this is how much I'm going to make at the end of the month because that's when my salary would be paid, and I can use that already in advance for the month of February. So I think this is a very simple tip, but it helps us keep our eye on the ball, and it only makes us spend what we already have in pocket rather than assuming that we are going to get something at the end of the month. Because in today's world, as we see, there is a lot of uncertainty and it's important that we are prepared for it, and this sort of planning is going to keep us more stable. You can find these Kakeibo journals on Amazon easily, or even you could try in your local stationeries. Hope this method helps you improve your finances and enjoy your life more. Thank you so much for watching Hiran's Wow. Please do subscribe for more such content and see you in the next video.